Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Disqualified. I am Bellis Trevin, and our man baked in gold has some announcements.
So,
Arcane Midas.
if you are unaware of patch 1.25 for WWE 2K25, it gave usability issues after the latest round of DLC. But why are we talking about that? Because it caused a big bug that affected a lot of people on Xbox specifically. All of our save data is gone. So,
11 days worth.
11 days total worth of gameplay is gone. Funnily, the only thing that transferred over was my faction. You money-hungry bastards, fix your fucking game. I'm surprised the island didn't carry over. But I digress. As of right now, I am your triple champion, and I will go back to being a double, because we are going to be restarting the My GM series.
Honorable man relinquishing it, because we did discuss it, and as one of the competitors, I did say you can keep it for the restart, but Caleb being honorable, decide, nah, if we're starting over, we are truly starting over.
If you want to wear it, you got to participate.
I did technically win the first one.
That's just the one that we're doing for fun.
I know, but I still won it.
Yeah. So, going forward, you are going to be getting another batch of first stuff for 2K. We are actually going to do My Rise.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking about doing the showcase as a series. Because if I'm going to play that shit-ass game out again, I'm going to do it for a reason. Other than just to get the unlocks.
Have some content.
And we will be picking up the My GM series. I'm in the process of not building such a big roster. I'm going to thin it out from what I had. But there's going to be the custom stars in there.
Yes.
Gordon will not have 4 personas this time around. So
Yes,
that's
we
a lot
are
less
all.
people.
I believe we are all dropping back down to 1 persona.
I thought we were going to do hard limit on 2.
You hard limit 2 if you want. I'm just going to stick with my one guy. But I do not need one.
You're 1 male and you're 1 female for My Rise.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should all make a male and female.
Yeah, if you guys want. And next bit on the news docket before we get into this review of NXT, it is the schedule for this week. So, this video you're seeing will be on Thursday. So, if I wake up to schedule this, and predictions will most definitely be on Friday. So, I am defending this Saturday for NXT No Mercy, but we are taking a vacation. You will be getting your review of NXT Tuesday. We are going to be filming it Monday. I'm taking the weekend off. I need to. But
After the events of this past, not only week, but also the WrestlePalooza weekend,
need some time to decompress. But after the weekend, schedule will be back to normal. Tuesday, you'll actually be getting 2 videos.
yep,
A Monday Night Raw review and your NXT review.
because we're still reviewing Raw as it's the last confirmed early start time.
Yep, and then Thursday, NXT, and
TBD on SmackDown.
TBD on SmackDown. If a new champion gets crowned, you're going to see a short about it.
Yep.
Other than that, that's all we got
The
for the
waiting
schedule.
game.
And now we get into our review of NXT.
Back to your regularly scheduled program.
We missed the first match.
Yep,
We were traveling.
Yep, I was able to catch some of it through the power of the internet. It is Miles Bourne versus Lexis Keane in a lights out, no DQ match.
Mm-hmm.
And this match, from what I saw of it, they pulled stuff out of their bag. Lexis hit a coronation on the announce table, not breaking it, so ow.
Mm-hmm.
How the match finished was Miles hitting a First, Miles also hit a DDT on the steel steps. Ow. And then to finish the match for the 1-2-3, he hit a running neck breaker on a wooden table this time. Through it. Ow. 1-2-3, Miles wins the trilogy.
I hope that's not his finisher going forward.
I mean, it's kind of better than just a standing drop kick.
That is true. I forgot his first solo finisher is a fucking drop kick. That is a transitional move at best. Should stay that way.
Yeah.
And maybe if you did a torpedo drop kick, but a lot of people do torpedoes. So
Yeah. I mean, sort of playing at the whole Baby Randy chance of instead of an RKO cutter, it is now a running neck breaker, paying tribute to the nickname.
I think a running flipping neck breaker would be better.
I need him to punt someone.
It's got to get unbanned first.
It's gonna be Randy doing it to someone before it's Miles.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is the first match. Next, we get to the Speed Tournament semis.
Now, there was technically a match that had an official in between those two matches.
Yeah, so your NXT Canadian North American champion, Ethan Page.
Ethan Page.
Came out to talk about his match with Tavion Heights this Saturday.
Yep.
And he sees
his opponent at World Collide, Elgio the Dr. Wagner Jr.
Yep.
In the audience, and he's like, look, I mean, if it wasn't for it being a fatal four-way, I had you at World Collide, and I'd be sitting here a double champ. So you know what? 1v1 me right now, let's go. And Dr. Wagner's like, bet. And he hits moves that he doesn't normally hit, like a clothesline. And you also realize, wait, he's a little taller than usual. Wait, his skin's a little darker than usual.
and wait, his hair's
Popping out a lot more. Ankle lock. And Ethan immediately taps out. The bell rings. And Dr. Wagner starts unmasking himself. It's his new No Mercy opponent, Tavion Heights, getting the one-up on him psychologically.
Wait a minute. Dr. Wagner doesn't demask.
No.
But no. Yeah,
But that's a thing.
it happened.
Yeah, that's a thing during this episode of people in masks impersonating people who usually wear said masks, but they take it off to reveal, psych, gotcha.
Who else did this?
A participant in the 6-man tag.
What?
Joe.
Oh! You're talking about the fucking backstage promo.
Yeah.
I was like, the fuck are you talking about? I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of what happened in the match. And I
Yeah.
was like, who the fuck unmasked in Dark State?
No, but speaking of backstage promo work, throughout this entire episode, you see TNA stars looking around the PC. You see also more in the audience, and you're like, this is a lot of TNA talent.
Zack Ryder finally made his way back.
Yes, but now on to the match I interrupted you about.
Yeah, Speed Concept, you know what?
It's growing on you.
It's not growing on me, but it's whatever. If it takes a slot, it takes a slot. I just hope that they give another match a slot. So there's 6 match cards and not 5.
Yeah, I believe I'm trying to remember. I think the No Mercy card is a 6 match. It could still be 5 though. But that gives the other 4 more time.
Yep.
Yeah. There's good and bads about the Speed concept, but it's Lady Reed versus Candice LeRae in the finals to see who faces Sol Ruca at No Mercy.
To start off the gate, we see Candice LeRae go for a moonsault, springboard moonsault, and slips up, and Zach goes, ooh, that's not good. And I go, well, look, they're going against the clock. Granted, this is her 8th match. I'm not going to say that she should be used to it because the amount of time that they took off From
From-
last time they
Yeah.
had speed matches?
From her getting dethroned to Speed now being an NXT division is a long time. Because you remember that Sol Ruka became the Speed champion, I believe, a month before she became the NA champion. And she became the NA champion at Stand and Deliver, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it was the ladder match.
yeah, I'm like Stand and Deliver is the Mania, is the co-Mania NXT PLE, right?
It's their Mania.
Yeah,
Stand delivers NXT's Mania.
yes, because it's on Mania weekend.
Yep.
As well. Yeah, so Stand and Deliver is when she was crowned, which means
Oh. Are they doing Stand and Deliver in Saudi?
Oh.
I don't think so. I think they're going to stay US based because all their stuff is US based.
Yeah, that's gonna be weird. Oh, that's gonna be some funky start timing too.
Yeah.
Unless it goes Mania, Stand and Deliver in US, next day Mania.
WWE is counter programming themselves.
Oh, we'll get to that problem when we get to it in 2 years.
If we're even still watching it.
Yeah, we'll still watch NXT.
Yeah. NXT is my baby. I love it
Yes.
so much.
Um,
Man, this match was good. You had Soul and Zarya playing a what's their names from the Muppets? The old guys.
oh frick.
They were doing their best shtick with that, except for mics, they had whiteboards.
Yeah.
Soul was cheering on Candace, and Zarya said Laney, I guess.
Yeah. Cause Soul was rooting for Lorray because she was like, I beat you once, I'll do it again.
Yeah, and so they're going at it. It's a pretty back and forth match. Towards the end, a little bit of Southern hospitality for the win with 37 seconds on the clock for
Yep.
Laney Reed.
Yep, and then Laney Reed goes to the ring post, looks at Soul, and Soul has written on her board, your soul is mine, and does the Shane Sun point.
Your soul is mine.
Yep,
They're such nerds.
Yes.
yeah. Most of WWE is, honestly. They have a whole sub-channel of Up, Up, Down, Down.
Have you met Johnny Gargano
No.
and Candice LeRae? They're both big fucking nerds.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get this title match at No Mercy, which is 5 minutes.
Yep,
It's
If
so
it-
perfect for tournament matches, though,
yeah.
because we always get to say they have 3 minutes, 3 minutes of playtime.
Yep, but if it's for the actual factual speed belt, it's 5 minutes. 5 minutes of playtime.
It just doesn't roll off the tongue as well.
No. Speaking of 3 minutes of playtime, the Spider-Man Magic set came out with a reference to that scene. No one's buying it though.
How much does the set cost?
It's actually going down in price. When pre-orders came up, it got all the way to $250 for a booster box, which contains 30 packs.
Okay.
Yeah. Now it has dropped down to just under $200.
Still asinine,
Yes.
but
I believe
if
that
it drops to like 150, I'll buy it.
probably is as it's continuing to drop.
Fun fact: I don't play Magic. I have one Magic card, and it's Karlax.
Yes. I got it through a trade and I was like, hey Caleb, want this card? And he's like, yeah, it's Karlak on it. How much is it? And I'm like, $15. And he's like, deal.
I love Karlak.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah.
Next, we get to a match that got set up backstage. So, Ariana Grace was talking to Carmen?
No. So it started with Jordan Grace rewatching the Lady from Hell promo that Blake did last week. And she's rewatching it and rewatching it. It seems like they play at it like she's rewatched it a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
And Ariana Grace speaks up about how, this is a different Blake than who she met in the locker room a couple weeks ago. And Jordan's like, what's that supposed to mean? Because last time I remember, you were playing buddy-buddy with her. And she's like, no. I was just trying to play nice and establish that, just because both our last names are Grace does not mean we're related. And Jordan's like, yeah, well, how about we have a match tonight to just show the world how different we truly are? And Ariana's like, no, you don't gotta do that. Please don't do that. Jordan?
Jordan?
Jordan, come back.
Jordan?
She said, oh, shit.
Yes.
Santino's daughter.
Yeah.
You can definitely tell.
Yep.
You
In her
can
promo work
definitely tell.
and in her match work. Because dadgum, she can go.
Yeah, she can go, and she sells like a machine.
Yep.
Jordan Grace wins.
Obviously.
Obviously, we all knew who
And
was going to
then-
win coming into this match.
And then Blake's music hits, and she's coming out with a trash can full of weapons personally designed for her.
Also, paying homage to Timeless Tony Storm with pretty much the same outfit.
Yep.
She came out and whooped that ass.
Yep. And then the two assistant GMs as
Stevie
Ava.
Turner and Robert Stone.
Yep, as Ava is off this week after, because they hint at she is meeting with TNA to try to settle some of this dispute.
Continue.
Yes.
I'll get to my my corkboard conspiracy theories at the end of this episode.
Yes, but Ava is gone this week, and those two come out and be like, hey, listen, this feud's got to end. You've been at each other's throats. You have interrupted matches. You have caused chaos. You have taken out security. This ends now. So at No Mercy,
It will be a weapons match,
and we're like,
it's
okay.
pretty self-explanatory, but weapons match?
yeah, so they're, but
Just say no DQ.
yeah, but then it was,
Robert Stone.
yeah, that said what? That
No,
said,
Stevie Turner said
Stevie
weapons
Turner
match.
said weapons match. So Robert Stone is like, no. He's like, good idea, but this rivalry needs a bit more. It needs a decisive winner, so we can't risk anything. So it will be a weapons match in a steel cage.
Yep. So, at No Mercy, a weaponized steel cage.
Yep. And this is the first, I feel like this is the first time we've gotten a double stipulation match since the Hell in a Cell I Quit match between Jey Uso and Roman.
Yeah. It's been a grip.
Yeah.
I wish they need to do a 3 Stages of Hell with someone.
Please.
They need to do a 3 Stages of Hell with someone.
Please.
I think it would work best with like Cody. It would work best with Cody. Maybe Roman.
I feel like that might be how you cap off.
That is how you can end. That is how you can get away with the 5-match card. Because 3 Stages of Hell is going to take an hour or more.
Yeah. I feel like 3 Stages of Hell would be the perfect capstone. Like, basically, these two are retiring Seth v. Roman.
They're never going to do it because they're cowards and the gimmick match is already made. But I think Cody Seth at Crown Jewel should be a 3 Stages of Hell match.
Yeah.
He got that boy thinking. He got that man out of his element.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins is shook.
Yeah, he was staring at that watch. But yeah, so they are staring at each other, and now we cut to backstage and we see more TNA talent walking in. But speaking of TNA talent, Chase U is checking on Andre Chase's wounds from his last match.
Zach said bad stage makeup.
Yeah.
It was bad stage makeup.
Yeah. But frick. Kale Dixon and
Uriah Connors.
I always forget that one's name. I knew his last name was Connors. I just forget.
Uriah is a weird name.
Yeah.
The only person I could think of that had like a close name to Uriah is either TNA's Elijah, or there was a wrestler, and if you know him from back in the day, like 2007, 2008, Elijah Burke on ECW.
Yeah.
You know ball. But yeah, he's like the only kind of person I could think that had like a name that was like Ja.
Yeah.
But yeah, Uriah Connors.
Yeah. So they're talking about it, and Chase gives them a pep talk, being like, look, you guys are getting yourselves out there a lot more. You need to keep doing it. You just need to keep going at it. And Dark State is like, I know you ain't talking about our division.
Yeah, and he's like, you need to step away and step out of our business. You do not belong here.
Someone.
There's NASCAR athletes.
Yep, and one of them is. Yep, one of them is helmeted still, which is what I was referencing as Chase U says, Joe Hendry, and say his name and he appears. It's Joe Hendry.
This one was not as fun as the other ones were.
No.
I need him popping out of something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because now you've set the expectations too high. He burst through the fucking tower like the Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah.
Him coming out of a fucking racing suit is not fun.
Yeah, but it is a 6-man tag match between the two of the 3 participants in this match for Team Dark State that tripped me up are your NXT tag champions of Osiris and Dion. And the third man was Saquon.
Oh my god.
Yep.
They let him work.
With Cutler on ringside.
I closed my eyes for 1 second.
Don't acknowledge it.
Yes.
Too late.
With Cutler James at ringside, and the face side is Chase U, represented by
Kale Dixon and Uriah Connors
Yep.
and Joe Hendry.
Yep.
Kale Dixon. Not familiar with your game.
Same with Uriah.
Brother, you could pull that corkscrew plancha shit out. Why ain't you doing that? Or I think it was like Spaceman, actually.
Yeah.
Bust that shit out, fam. The only thing we need to work on now is your gear. You're trying the 2011 Zack era tights, and no, not working. No, half leg, half long boy, half trunk. No.
Commit to one.
No. This is like something you get. This is like a special gear you get made that you're just trying on to see if you prefer the long or the trunk, and then you get the rest of it made.
Because that's the thing, is that it sort of works with Tavion, because his long side is a sleeve. Because he wears the singlet and then has the sleeve on one leg.
He
It's
also
not an
has-
actual pant.
He also has the sleeve on one leg and the arm sleeve on the other arm.
Yeah.
So it looks good. It's
Yeah.
visually contrasting. This is just...
Zach did it because it was different.
Yeah. Zack Ryder did it because it was different. And
Yeah, it got people's attention being like, hey, yo, what the?
just because it's different, fellas, doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah. But speaking of Zack Ryder, a.k.a. Matt Cardona, do the honors, Caleb.
Well, first we got to get to the
Oh, yeah,
match.
the finish.
Dark State hit the triple powerbomb
Yep.
on Uriah after Uriah had a hell of a showing at the end.
Yep.
He really got to show off that fucking firecracker energy.
Yep.
He took everyone on by himself.
He is a striker by definition, which I comment this because Gordon has a thing against stars that that Kia. And as a martial artist, I'm like and as both a normal martial artist and someone who's worked in stage choreography, it makes sense because for normal martial arts, it's sort of a like release of energy to make sure you are still breathing. Because that's the thing in early martial artists is that they accidentally hold their breath while delivering a move. Ki not only exhales, but there is an actual science of it releasing more power. In stage choreography, which pro wrestling is just improvised stage choreography, a Kia is a sound cue. It helps people get to their spot.
It's also why you hear fucking boxers and kickboxers go...
Yep, that's another version of Kia. So it's like, Gordon, I get that not a lot of pro wrestlers do it, but it just makes sense.
Well, okay, they don't do it nowadays, but back in the day, you could hear people go...
Yep.
Like, you could hear it. But yeah, it's just not something that's normal. But, sorry. Back to the regularly scheduled program.
Yep.
Our main event of the evening is a title for title match. In the blue corner, we have the Trick NA champion, Trick Williams,
Want that trick?
taking on your NXT champion, Oba Femi. Woo! Woo!
Oba's so powerful.
This
So-
rivalry needs a definitive finish, because holy.
I am scared for SmackDown. They've given us 2 great main events in a row. If this is a PLE, and I am talking about giving this a full grade, it is a 5.
Yeah.
They pulled everything out of their bags, and it had extra gravitas because you had all of the TNA people around the ring,
Circling in the audience.
and one certain member makes his way to the commentary table, and it is none other than Mike Santana.
Who is scheduled to face whoever leaves with the TNA title of this match at Bound for Glory.
I think that's where they give it to Santana.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, no, this match did cook. However, you see the TNA stars circling, and Trick is recognizing this. He's like, what are you doing here on a Tuesday?
Yep. And he starts jaw jacking. So first we get what's Trick's finisher?
The trick shot.
Oh yeah, the trick shot knee. Oba carries out at what, 1?
Yeah. And Trick is
5.
yeah, the hand didn't even go down all the way.
And Trick is concerned.
He's just like, hey yo, what the?
Match continues.
Yep.
We get a fall from grace out of fucking nowhere.
1, 2.
Kick out. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's fairly obvious to see. We're not getting a conclusive ending.
Yep, Trick rolls out, trying to catch his breath, but comes face to face with Mike Santana.
And starts jaw jacking and talking shit.
And Trick throws the first smack.
And Mike Santana just retaliates.
Yep, and as Mike did lay his hands on Trick, that causes the DQ, and the bell is the signal for the TNA stars to go!
Literally, quite literally, whip that Trick. They started jumping him, and then the female members of the TNA roster came out the knockouts, and then the rest of the NXT locker room cleared out.
It didn't matter if they were face, heel, tween, or whatever. It was NXT versus TNA
And
full
this
blown.
is how you do it. This is how you do Worlds Collide to go up against fucking...
Yep, TNA versus NXT.
Oh my god.
You could actually see in the background during the brawl, Sol Ruka and Izzy Dame working together against some TNA stars.
Yep, Tatum Paxley was also out there. Yeah, it was very
And the
nice to
icing
see.
on the cake, almost like the classic scene from Pirates of the Caribbean, Ricky Sainz just walking towards the podium where the belts were.
Walking through the chaos.
Yep, and just decides to touch the belt a little bit, and you just see. And Oba looks at him being like, this is my mother.
And he holds up the title, and everything is going on around them, and it's just focused on these two staring eye to eye, and this is how you end the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, but, because of course, the brawl's got to continue even when the camera cuts. For those following social media, after the camera's cut, and they got the signal to you can end it, the TNA brand is the one who stood tall in the ring while NXT was retreating.
So, let's just go over some names that showed up from TNA. We have, let's do the former WWE people first because it's easier.
Yep.
We had Cedric Alexander. We had Alicia Fox. We had Zachary Wentz.
Yep.
We
Xia
had
Li.
Eric Young, Xia Li, Xia Brookside, Cassie Lee, and Jesse McKay, the Inspiration, formerly known as the Iconics.
Yep. For those who have been based in TNA.
Oh, and Matt Cardona.
Yep. And for those who have done most of their work in TNA, we had someone from the Elegance brand there, one half of the Knockout Tag Championship.
I believe you had Heather by Elegance.
Heather by Elegance.
You had Frankie Kazarian. You had Steve Macklin, your TNA International Champion. Mace Warner. Steph DeLander was there, but she is recovering from neck surgery, so she can't get physical, so she only appeared in the backstage segment.
Mm-hmm.
You have Moose.
Yep.
Eric Young, I said him in the WWE, but he is more known for his TNA work. He
Yeah.
did a stint in WWE.
Yeah.
And that's
about it from
Yeah.
what we could physically see, because they still had audience lighting on there.
yeah, but
And of course, Mike Santana, as we mentioned.
oh yeah, Mike Santana.
Yeah, but no. This is how you end a show, and this is how you get excited about a brand versus brand.
So you either do Worlds Collide and brand it as NXT versus TNA, or you bring back the Invasion pay-per-view, you fucking cowards,
Because that's exactly what this was.
and do the stupid gimmick battle royal you did. Whoever wins gets an ironclad contract. I don't know. I just think it's funny. Commit to the guns that you had when you guys... I mean, I was going to say younger, but you guys were in the business at that point, what, 20-something years? Or at least doing Mania for 20-something years?
Yeah, but no.
But, okay. Conspiracy theory time. Robert Stone was a TNA star named Robbie E.
Yes, he has also been
The TNA representative.
Yep, for NXT. You think he's the traitor?
Yeah. I think they're going to do a full-blown invasion where it's going to be Team TNA headed by Robert Stone because he's, like, the management.
Is NXT where we see the return of the 5v5 elimination tag?
I think we're getting that and a War Games.
Oh!
If they do both,
Shut up and take my money.
NXT, you can do no wrong. Also, in news today, I mean, that's it for this episode of NXT,
Yep.
but that is not for this episode of Disqualified. Last bit of news. Jasmine Nix's contract will not be renewed. So, we have seen in the backstage segment twice, Laney Reed looking at Jasmine Nix up and down, while Fatal Influence were talking to
Someone.
wasn't Sarah Schreiber. I'm forgetting the
Other interviews.
interviewer's name. Forgive me. But Laney said good luck with Lola. We also didn't talk about the Lola and JC. JC got laid out by Lola.
Yeah.
That's really all that happened. We cut backstage to Javon Evans doing a promo,
Yep.
and
We hear
all of a sudden, ding.
Yeah, classic someone's getting beat up crash, and we see
Javon looks and he doesn't go and he kind of backs up, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's me. I'm not going towards whatever the fuck that sound was. That could be for me next.
yep, and then someone calls for a medic, and we see Jasmine Nix laid out, and the other two members of Fatal Influence is like, we were gonna drop her anyway.
Only the strong survive. But yeah, it has been reported today that they will not be renewing her contract
Yep.
when it expires. So
And Jasmine Nix has confirmed it on her socials, such as Instagram and TikTok, that she's not returning.
yep, we don't know what she's going to do next. It's new, so we just have to wait and see. But that is now it for this episode of Disqualified. I am your double champion. That is your main roster and NXT predictions champion. Now I defend this weekend. We're going to be doing that video next. That is Beltless Trevin. That is the holder currently of the vacated
The bodyguard.
YGM championship, and Zach, our cameraman and producer. And be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell 3 times so you know the match is over. Thank you for your time, and peace.
Bye!